Go.
Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando on Face the Tribune. Remember, if you don't have anything to worry about, you can face the Tribune. But by if you have something, we're gonna face you. So that's with me today. I think is my co-host, Mr. Producer Clark Philly. Yeah. How are you, Clark?
Good afternoon. I'm here.
Yeah, me too. I tell you, what really amazed me, all these agitators and all these shootings and everything, everybody is calling for peace. Everybody's calling for um, get along. Everybody is doing, but there's everywhere you go is some kind of a shooting and some kind of what is it? Are the people going crazy or
I don't
what?
see everybody trying to get along. I don't see that at all.
I don't see that at all. But
Yeah,
all
I
the
see
signs
people.
say,
Yeah, I see people trying to divide further. They're calling that shooter in Texas a martyr. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's absurd. So there's a fraction out there of very disturbed people that are insane. They don't think with reason.
no, I tell you, it's
And
not.
it's
It's
a
not what
tough situation.
I was just looking at the TV and every sign and every group and everything is, they're
Were you
looking
watching Cleveland, maybe? Was that
Cleveland?
Cleveland? Is that what
Yeah.
you were watching,
Yeah.
Cleveland?
Yeah, and now everything is going upside down. Everything
No,
is going upside down, and now there's a group, then Republicans, they want to go against Donald Trump. I don't know what
they're just sickos, I'll tell you what. That Republican Party is just in absolute chaos. They've been nothing but weak people to start with. They support the truth for the most part. That's their kind of inclination, is to be truthful, when the Democrat Party is to be untruthful. So you have two different parties. One is just despicable. Okay, the D part is just despicable. But the Republicans, to fight that despicability, don't play by the same rules. They try to be nice. They try to be this. They try to accommodate. And that's the worst thing you can do. You got to treat fire with fire.
that's it.
And you got to treat them the same way they treat you. And it's absurd. It really is absurd. We need a strong leader. And we haven't had one for a long time. And we need one.
Yes, we do. We do. And I tell you, it is unbelievable how these people lie and instigate. Look at Hillary Clinton now is blasting Donald Trump because he don't allow all the media to participate in his affairs and but she's doing the same thing. She just completely take everyone else. She don't allow media. She hasn't have a debate or she hasn't have a
Everything that she complains about the other side about,
because
she's created it.
Yeah.
She's the queen of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I hear her say things. I go, you developed that whole concept.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have any videotapes. Or we don't have any history.
It's an insult to the intelligence of
Well,
the
it should
human.
be, yeah.
It's an insult because I don't believe that she's being fair. I don't believe she's being truthful. I don't believe anything she's doing.
Crooked Hillary?
I
wonder how she got that name.
Yeah, well.
She's had 30 years of identification. We know exactly who she is, what she is, and everything else.
Well, she learned from her husband. Well, I don't know. Maybe he learned from her. I don't know what the situation is, but all I know is that we need to open our eyes, we need to start thinking. Believe me, nothing is going to be worse than having Hillary Clinton in the White House again. You know, for if nothing, assuming you don't care about this country, care about those poor people that work there in the White House, and I'm going to start being mistreated by her again. Look what that Secret Service guy put in that book. Everything he said, everything is a lie now. Oh, so she's a nice little old lady that treat everybody nice. No, come on. I
Then,
don't.
then why are we talking? Why are the people knocking down Trump? They say this and that he's not a real conservative. Who gives a crap? We know the other side, so
Yeah.
why are we talking? Just
Well,
put him
we
in.
need to talk. We need to talk so these people don't be influenced by her and her little group. They need to realize that she will destroy this country.
Well, by Republicans talking between other Republicans knocking down Trump only supports Hillary. And they don't see that? Why are they doing this? Just shut up. Either, what's the old expression? Either lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way, whatever the hell the deal is. I mean, they're just disrupting the whole thing by having a debate over whether Donald Trump is this or that. We know what Hillary is, and it's out. So end the discussion. There's nothing to discuss. Trump is the nominee, it's over. Okay, now the question comes down, do you want Hillary? No. Do you want Trump? Yes, it's the only answer you can give.
Yeah. It's either yes or no, that's all. Or yes and no. But
Well, anything at all, well, not counting Hillary, but Trump will be a vast, vast, vast improvement over what we got there now. Vast improvement. I don't think there's even any debate about that. This Obama administration has been the worst ever. Look at the world. The condition of every place that they've touched has caught on fire. They've destroyed everything. And I think that was their plan.
I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very. I'm very upset about the way I see things because I seen it before. I seen it in my own country or my former country. I don't know how to say it, but I seen it happen, and look what happened there. 55 years of dictatorship. I don't see any way then we can do any.
Somebody on one of the shows the other day made a suggestion for one of the debates that Trump should just show a little film. He should send a film crew down to Venezuela and film the chaos and what's going on down there. And you just have a little clip of his debate with Hillary and say, is this what you want for America? They say he's got the money, he can send a film crew down
I tell
there.
you, Bernie Sanders has done a very, very good job helping to destroy this country because a lot of his people are going with her now. And that's what they need to do. They need to send, you're right, they need to send a film crew over there and put them in there. And I said there because it is the most recent communist regime. You can go to Cuba and see worse. But as long as people are going to Cuba and spending money over there, I don't know why they need to do that. We got a beautiful scenery in here. We got new, beautiful, beautiful places where you can go and play golf and swim.
In Vegas or someplace else?
In the United States.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The whole country.
There's beautiful places.
I mean, this is ridiculous to go there to help a communist, to help an enemy of this country. I don't think they're gonna reestablish because believe me, people don't realize that. People don't want to see that. People don't want to believe that the only people that are gonna benefit it will be the government. That's all it is. The people never gonna see any of that money. They're not gonna see nothing. Everything is gonna be taken from them, But what can I tell you? It's,
How does a place like Cuba ever straighten itself out? You say, okay, get rid of the leadership, so they're gone, so now what? How do you get straightened out? How do you take the $20 a month wage, average wage, or how do we get that? How do we straighten the place out? What do you do?
well, that's very simple. First of all, I believe it's a lot of Cubans in this country that has built a great amount of money working and in business. They can go over there and invest it and with the help of the American businessmen. And I'm saying the American businessman, not the American government, because if we go there with the American government, we might be controlled by the American people. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but it can be. Cuba can be rebuilt in the next 15 years. It's gonna take a while.
What kind of government?
Democracy, Republican,
Well, why don't you just make it South Miami? Make
What
it
do
a
you-
state.
what do you mean? Say make Miami South?
No,
State?
make Cuba South Miami. Make it a state.
I don't know if that will work either.
If you have the Castros are gone, the government's gone. I don't know. You'd have to put government in there, some sort of control, or you'd have to establish it as some sort of a state. They can elect their own governor and this and that and do all that stuff. You're talking what, about 8 million people? No, a lot more than that, isn't it? 11 million?
Now probably, man.
11 million.
It's about 11, 12 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that much. How many people are in New York State?
I mean, Puerto Rico, I don't know how many people they have there. They're in terrible economic shape. But that's another whole situation. They're a territory. They're kind of like part of the United States already, but they're not a state.
No, they're
But
not.
you could make Cuba a territory. The Russians would go crazy. There goes their missile bases and stuff, but that's all right. The Cold War's over anyways, here he comes.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
They're so close to the United States. I mean, 90 friggin' miles away. They're as close as the Bahamas.
And at one time, almost every big company over there was an American company.
Oh, it was all gambling and stuff.
Like the telephone company, the power company. I hope it's not Nevada Power, but
yeah, that's true. Then you get one frying pan to the next.
Power company. I don't remember the gas company, but all the casinos were owned in majority by American people. There was the opportunity, and this is another thing that I see here right now, the instability that they have. I remember when this group of Mexican businessmen want to buy a hotel here, a casino in the strip. I don't remember if it was the Stardust or the Frontier. I don't remember, and they didn't let them but now you get these Chinese people coming over here and opening, is going to open, what do you call the Asia, South Asia? Or
yeah, I forget what the official last name was. Do you mean where the Stardust was? That's going to be a Chinese place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody wants to buy the Stardust. Those Mexicans, I believe, wanted to buy the Stardust also. But I think, I don't know, it should not be in control by any other foreign country. It should be controlled by American people. And when you have a corporation, the corporation can make better decisions than one owner, in my opinion. So, I don't know. And I'm going to make sure that we can do that. And I was looking at the our website, LasVegasTribune.com and .net, and I tell you, it was I never realized because I never look at those things because I don't understand those main no main social media and all that stuff. You know, somebody was telling me the other day that we are not in the social media, and I start looking at. It's a lot of people that like our newspaper. It's a lot of people that are putting comments on it. I didn't realize until I talked to Denise yesterday and the webmaster, and day before, no, yesterday, Wednesday, and you know, and now she did something that is going to be even better because automatically every time an article is posted in the Las Vegas Tribune.com, it's also going to be posted on the Facebook and Twitter. So that's going to help a lot, you know. But I didn't realize because I don't know how to get into the back end of that part, and it's very comforting. I was very depressed yesterday, and after I did what she said, take a look at this, take a look at that. You know, it's not the best. It's not what we wanted. It's not. It's not probably. It's not like Fox News or uh, the Washington Post or the New York Post or the New York Times, but for a local weekly newspaper with very limited uh, writers, because the writers are not completely uh, thinking of the newspaper, but thinking of their problem, their drama, they think, you know, and I was very impressed with the way that the the paper came out and 125% something. I'm not completely happy, but I'm not disappointed either. And I like to keep going with that. And the more people read the Tribune, the more people going to know about the corruption, and it's going to know about things that they need to know. They need to know who are the good lawyers and who are the bad lawyers, who are the ass kissers and who are the other ones. And I am going to make sure that I get my new book on the lawyers, and make sure that I got the email for every lawyer in this town, and they all get to read the Tribune, and they all get to comment on the Tribune, because that's the way it should be. You know, it's not only when it's convenient to us, but when it's convenient for the people of this country. And that's what I'm going to be doing early this morning. I had a meeting with somebody else, and it seems to me like everybody agrees with me, you know. We need to start showing that we need to get back on track. We need to get back on track. It's not only one person or nothing, you know, it has to be more than that. And I hope I can be able to manage that part, because a lot of people are going to be disappointed when they see that they cannot. And I do feel sometimes frustrated because I want to keep it. Actually, 2 days ago I was ready to close I was ready to fall, the whole thing, fall down, and that's it. I'm not even gonna wait until December, but I would not want to give the people the. I don't want to give the people the opportunity to win over me because and this is what I was trying to explain to you the other day. Are you still with us? Or are you still?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, this is why I say a lot of people pretend to be our friends and they not. A lot of people pretend to come here to help, and what they doing is to get information and send it to somebody else. And I'm used to that. I'm used to have my enemies in my house. I have a guy one time. Then he said he was waiting for me to die so he can take over. I don't have family. I don't have other people that I can leave the newspaper or the radio station to. Just the newspaper alone. I have people that can do a better job than I do. So, but this guy, he told another person that was selling advertising that he was just waiting for me to die. So I told him, I said, I'm not gonna die. And besides, I got brothers, I got sisters, I got daughters, I got nieces, I got a lot of people that are probably in the same position that that guy is, waiting for me to die to take over, and I think it will be difficult for him to get above all these people, and that's what, and every time it's always the same thing, always the same thing. It's always somebody get ready to pull the knife in the back, always. But that's the way life is. It happened way, 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 way back when the world was not moving as fast as we do now. So I and I tell you, I don't see if I can get now they think they're gonna investigate Hillary Clinton again. I don't know. This is something that it doesn't make any sense. Either you do it or you don't. You investigate or you don't investigate. You eat it or you don't eat it. I mean, it's not. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's so fixed, it's so crooked, the government's out of control. When you're in the party in power, you just do what you do. You're King Obama. That's it. Until we get rid of him, we're stuck. We need to get rid of him, and we need to be damn sure that we don't get somebody else in power like this guy. He's an ideologue, he's got his own game plan, and it's not good for America. He's not trying to make America great again, he's trying to destroy America. And he's done a damn good job of it. 7.5 years he's been in office, he's been very successful destroying this country. He's set us back 20 years with his policies. And the whole entire Mideast is all in disruption because of him/Clinton. That Hillary foreign policy was a joke. Reset button with. She was on TV the other day at some rally saying how great she gets along with Putin. What the hell is she talking about? She is delusional. She says these statements that are just, they're
But
so beyond the truth.
But that's also the same thing than Donald Trump said.
No, Donald Trump made a statement that he thought Putin was a strong leader because Putin doesn't let any crap go on in his country. That's all he was saying. That's it. And then all the mainstream media spins that all around that, oh, he's a big fan of Putin, he's in Putin's pocket, the way they distort things. That's not what he said. Everything that Trump says is never reported correctly. It's always spun around. It's always backwards. And everything that Hillary Clinton reports is kind of like what she reports is what she says, and what she says is despicable. And it's wrong. And the media doesn't say anything about it. It's just absolutely the worst person ever. And that's coming off the worst president ever. I mean, we've had back-to-back abortions, is what we've had. Maybe we need to look at that Wade, whatever that Supreme Court decision was on abortion. Maybe we do need to revisit that, because we've certainly had a couple of administrations there that have been a joke.
And I don't see anybody, all these thousands of people that they are in his rallies, they are against him, because I see all them all fire up. And
They all remind me back when we had the Tea Party movement going on here, and we had that searchlight thing where 20,000 people showed up and had a rally up there in Harry Reid's hometown that were Tea Party people. They were all like very conservative, very laid back people. They were for America. They wanted to restore America to the greatness that it is. And because they had called themselves a party, the Republican and the Democrats ganged up to call them racist and things of that nature, which were a complete joke. There wasn't a racist in that entire organization, not a one. And they had to start throwing names at them because they didn't have anyone identified as the leader that they could destroy. That was a movement. And you go to Trump's rallies, it's the same people. They are the same people. They all want to make America great again.
Yeah.
And he's attracting these people. The mainstream media won't tell you that.
Well,
the polls don't tell you that. Everybody that's manipulating all this information out there is not telling you that. And maybe the people themselves aren't even telling you that they're going to support Trump. But when it comes time, push comes to shove the vote, I think people are going to be shocked the outcome of this election, how one-sided it's going to be.
And I tell you, they was talking today about the polls. Most of the polls, they are either even or he's ahead. I don't understand.
But just know what you're getting reported.
But it's so confusing. It's so.
One reporter the other day said, Donald Trump is losing in Colorado by 10 points. So what? Who gives a crap? That's the worst poll out there. So that's the one they point to. He's losing by 10 points. Oh, well, that's it then. Colorado. That's the one that was all secretive, that Trump won or Cruz won or somebody, and then all of a sudden it was flip-flop and someone else had won, and everyone was a secret this and secret that. I mean, when you get into this caucus crap, that's where it all goes out the window, because those caucuses are nothing more than a manipulation of the voter. That's not people just going in and voting. It's manipulation by the leaders, and they're distorting people's minds. Those caucuses don't work. We need to get rid of those caucuses. Whatever the lineup is that they have with the nomination process, the primaries, let it be. If New Hampshire's the first one, let it be. Idaho doesn't have to stick their nose in there and try to become the first caucus or whatever it is. Just forget about it. Have primaries, and I think your idea, take the money out of the game, and the primaries should all be in the same day all over the country.
Yeah.
One primary, that's it.
That's the way it was before.
Well, I think it was, yeah. And why not do it that way? Because of money. They get to go raise money in every single state. State after state after state after state.
That's what we.
Yeah, exactly right. When you have a presidential campaign raising $2 billion to be competitive running for president, that's obscene. It's obscene.
Yeah, I think it's very important that the people realize that. And it's like I always say when it's a newcomer, it's probably easy to beat a newcomer than to beat, and I'm talking maybe now into a Senate race or something like that where people are look how difficult it's been to take Harry Reid out of the game
Because he's crooked.
And also he's been there for so long. You know, if you are there for 10, 12 years, you get connections, you make
You sit on powerful committees, or you're in charge
Right.
of powerful committees.
right.
So the
And
people
then-
at home have a tendency to reelect you because you do have a certain amount of power that maybe gives Nevada an
And
advantage.
they think that
They
that
think that
power
way,
is
but
gonna
that's not
rub
what
on.
happens.
They think that power is gonna rub on you, and it's
Doesn't.
nothing. It don't
Doesn't.
rub on anybody but that person and his family and his friends. That's all. That's why they came out with that um, Republican for Harry Reid and all that stuff. You know, that's why they do that, because those are the people that benefit. I was under the impression the last time that Harry Reid wanted to retire and he didn't want to run for the last election, and they stopped him from doing that. He had to run one more time. So I don't understand what is there to not understand.
Well, we've got Joe Hack running for Harry Reid's seat
Uh-huh.
against Maestro, whatever her name is. I have a problem with her name.
Yeah.
But anyways, we gotta elect Hack. There's no question about it, because Maestro's
Well,
just
but
Harry
you know,
Reid.
that is the problem that we have with the Republican people. I tried to contact Joe Heck's office twice, and I'm still waiting for them to answer. You know, the Republican people, they think they are God gift to the world, and they think that the poo-poo do not stink, and that is not true. They have to come down to reality and trying to get all the votes they can. Every single person can produce at least 5 votes. So, you know, I tried to get in a hold of a Harry, and the guy, supposedly the guy in charge of the campaign, responded to me. I think I show you the email, the text, or whatever it was.
Harry who?
No,
You said you tried to get a hold of Harry.
no, not Harry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know.
Harry, Crescent Harry.
Oh, Hardy, oh, okay.
Crescent Harry.
Right.
He said, when I get back to Nevada, I'll get a hold of you. Well, I guess he got lost.
Isn't Williams handling him something?
Who's with him?
Ed Williams?
He working with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can get
But
a
I
hold
was
of Ed
talking to
Williams.
somebody, I think a little higher than Williams, because Williams is only in charge of the campaign, or he's working with him, whatever it was two different offices. That's another thing. They don't combine any offices. They work separate, like a system, You know, I was looking the other day. They have a department of justice and a department and the justice department or something to that effect. I'm not saying that's what it is, but why put two things that are similar, that are going to direct into the same way?
For control, I guess.
Of course,
Yeah.
and to confuse people. I forgot about it. I forgot what it was, and I said, "But what is this? What do they need two of the same office?" You know,
Truth be known, neither office does anything anyways. It's just a bunch of bureaucrats that just pass the buck. So maybe that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Oh no, you want the Department of Justice. And then the Department of Justice, oh no, you want the Committee of Justice. So they can cross finger point.
And the people get confused like that, and then they get frustrated, and they forget about it, and they don't do nothing.
I've gone to the Department of Justice and they tell you to go to the FBI. You go to the FBI, they tell you to go to the Department of Justice. You go to the Attorney General of the state of Nevada, he tells you to go to the DA. So I mean, you're all over the place. Nobody does anything.
Yeah.
Laws are being broken as we speak. They're black and white laws. There's no question
It's
they're
like
being broken, and it's just nobody wants to do anything because it's politically incorrect or whatever you want.
It is like what do you call that game? The chairs and
Yeah, musical chairs.
musical chair. Boom! Get and see where you're gonna end up. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I think we also wrote it in the editorial this week. This is a dictatorship. Dictatorship, they don't care what the people want. They don't care what the people are asking for. How dare you gonna ask me to present proof of something? How dare you gonna tell me what to do? I'm in charge over here. They forgot that you put them in charge over there, but and that's the problem that we have nowadays. These people have become above everybody and above everything. That's the problem, and that's why we need to move forward. We need to start moving where people realize, hey, you have to answer to me. Who do you think you are, Mr. Commissioner or Mr. Governor? Oh, but if you do that, they call the FBI and they call you whatever terrorist, um, uh, homeland terrorist or whatever they call that thing.
They'll put you on the no-fly list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the way. I mean, and I'm saying this very seriously because people are getting tired. We are very close to a civil war, and it's nobody's going to be a winner in the civil war. Nobody.
When you got snipers knocking off like 5 cops in Texas, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is getting right on the line now, really, really going overboard. And we got to stop something. And then half the people jump up and call the shooter a martyr. I mean, God, man, oh man, oh man. You just wonder, how bad is this going to get?
Yeah.
And we have no leadership at the top. We have people marching down roads, calling pigs in blank, fry them like pigs in a whatever. What do we want now? Dead cops. I mean, these are demonstrations that were going down the middle of New York City that won, I think. And what word ever came out of Alabama for that? Not one friggin' word.
Only in their defense.
Huh?
Only in their defense.
Yeah.
Obama defense.
Right.
Every
Defending the hands up, don't shoot crowd, which was a lie. I mean, it's just outrageous. The leadership that we have right now is just absolutely anti-American.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's anti-American.
Black lives matter. Why? Every life matter, my friend. Every life. Yours, his, and
But blacks don't see it that way. They think by virtue of them not being able to say Black Lives Matter, that you are discriminating against them because you're saying all lives matter. You're tearing them down because no, Black Lives Matter. They're not doing that as being divisive, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're dividing the people. And it's sick. It's sick. But it comes from the top down. You got a president there that's back to Cambridge. He was against the Cambridge cops. They act stupidly. Trayvon Martin, that guy looks like what my son would have looked like if I had a son. Everything that he's back the wrong side on every single issue. The Brown guy that got shot in Ferguson, hands up, don't shoot, was a friggin' lie. Obama backs him. I think the Department of Justice, Holder at the time, didn't he go and visit with the family of Brown? I mean, it's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
That guy mugged a store clerk, stole a box of cigars or something, was marching down the middle of the street, disrupting traffic, and a cop went to tell him to get the hell out of the street, and then this guy Brown tries to grab his gun and shoot him. I mean, and we have to go and make him a martyr? This 250-pound thug?
Yeah. That's the way it's getting. That's the way
Bad.
it's getting. You know, we need to stop that. We need to start going back into, you know,
We need real
and I tell
leadership.
you, I am not going to be here defending the police. I'm just defending reality. You know, if you are stopped by the police, you better have your better behavior, the best behavior you can find, because those police officers can be at each, they can be itching, they can be nervous, they can be scared, they can be rightfully so, they can be anything, you know, so stop moving the guys.
Look at the two cops that were sitting in their patrol car eating lunch, 6 months ago, whenever it was, in New York City, sitting in their patrol car eating lunch. And some guy comes up to the car and shoots both of them dead. I mean, gee, I wonder why the cops are a little sensitive. They have a target on their back because of our leadership in the White House has got the wrong policy on everything. And it's creating this this movement, if you will, that's putting the cops, we're at war with the cops. Jesus. Brilliant, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Just brilliant. Well, hopefully with our new leader, President Trump, on Trump Air, flying around the country, if he can get as many miles in as Obama's gotten, boy, he'll be spending a lot of time in the old air. Obama flies somewhere every single day. He has to use Air Force One because I think it disrupts the towns that he flies in and out of. It completely brings everything to a standstill, and he likes that, you know. The arriving king. Stop all the flights, stop all the traffic, block off the cars here and there. He loves to see the turmoil. He's a rebel rouser. He loves it. Well, anyways, folks, we're going to be tuned to your sets this weekend. Be sure to tune in and watch the events unfolding in Cleveland. I think, unfortunately, I predict that I think there's going to be some shows there.
It's very important.
Very, very dangerous.
It's very important that everybody keep their eyes on Cleveland. I don't care what channel you use because they all going to be there. CNN, CNBC, what's the one that I like? Fox News. They all going to be ABC, CBS, all the whole.
MSLSDS.
Yeah, all the soap operas, all the soap, the soap.
The spin doctors.
Yeah, you know, and everything. And I understand, if I'm not mistaken, then the FBI is. I don't trust the FBI right now after what happened with Hillary Clinton, but I don't trust them to tell me the truth.
Why are they going to be there? They're not going to charge anybody with anything. Even if someone shoots anybody, they're not going to get charged, right? If they're Democrats, they won't get charged. If the Democrats go there and shoot a couple of Republican people, they'll get off. Who's going to charge them?
Yeah. I don't know who's going.
They weren't negligent. Rush Limbaugh said the other day he had to go play golf, I guess today, and he said on the first tee he's going to hit a ball out of bounds, but he's going to say I didn't intend to do that, so he's just going to tee up another ball and hit it again. And if they try to assess him a penalty or something like, no, wait a minute, I did not have any intention of hitting that ball out of bounds, so there shouldn't be any penalty, right? No. And then I'm putting you on notice right now. He says if any of my balls go in the water, that was not my intention. So he gets a free drop because he didn't intend to put the ball in the water. It's a mistake. He didn't know about that. He didn't know the lake was over there. He had no intent of going in there. That's what Hillary Clinton had, no intent. So what are you talking about? She had absolutely every intent to hide her emails. That's why she wiped clean 30,000 of them. You mean like with a cloth? You know, 30,000 emails were missing. Why?
And you know what really, really bothers me is not that they do it, but when they get caught, they look at you straight. That's not the way we do
I
things.
didn't intend to do that.
I didn't know that I was doing anything wrong. I didn't have any intention to do anything wrong. What did I do wrong? And they insult your intelligence by making you feel like you are the one in the wrong. By
You
asking,
shot that guy over there. Well, I didn't know the gun was loaded. I had no intention of shooting. I didn't know there were any bullets over. I didn't know this.
oh God.
I mean, where does it end?
You know
It's
why?
stupid.
You know
It's
why?
stupid.
You know why they do that? Because they have no respect for us.
No, they don't.
They
Absolutely
think we
not.
are stupid. They think we
We're
need
the
to
hens and they're they're foxes.
we need to take and we need to accept everything that you tell us. We need to take it as the truth and nothing but the truth and the whole truth. And that's what it is. It is an insult to us because they have no respect to us. So, and then they look at you like, how dare you gonna ask this? I tell you, I had the feeling that that reporter, nobody ever talked to that reporter, then discovered the meeting between
Oh.
Obama, between
Clinton and
Lynch.
Lynch.
Nobody ever talked about him. Nobody mentioned him. Nobody. He disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that discovered something like that. It's almost like the Bob Woodward of the Watergate. It should have been famous. Nobody even mentioned him.
That's the difference between the D and the R. Democrats get away with everything.
I got the feeling that they created that meeting and they blew the whistle to create the whole thing.
I don't know. It's something. There's a big rat somewheres. I mean, that whole thing stinks.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of these pundits actually are getting this kind of right when their theory is that Comey was put against the wall by Lynch and Obama, and he didn't like being up against the wall, so he just threw the ball in their court and said, "The hell with it, you do it." And then the other side of the story was with Roberts there in the Supreme Court when he would not rule correctly in the Obama healthcare thing, Obamacare. He ruled opposite of what it's a tax or this or that or whatever, and maintained that friggin' program, and it devastated the country. There was an election coming up like 6 months down the road, and he thought by throwing it over there to the election that they were not going to reelect Obama. That would take care of it anyway. So he didn't want to put on his pants. Comey didn't want to put on the pants and make the decision to disrupt the Democratic, make it a fiasco. If she got indicted right now, what would the Democrats have done? They would have put up a criminal to run for president. What kind of a sign does that send about the intelligence of that whole party?
But in all fairness to Comey, Obama named him FBI in charge. Obama put him in there. You think he's gonna go against Obama?
Why would Obama say, prior to the FBI making their decision, or Lynch or anybody, Obama gave Clinton a pass? Said she never did anything wrong. Now, how can you, as the President of the United States, say that when she's under investigation by 300 FBI agents? How can he say that?
I never seen a sitting president campaigning with nobody running for president.
How do you let somebody use Air Force One to go out and campaign in North Carolina or wherever that was? I mean, how do you do that? What a setup. What a despicable, corrupt organization that Democrat Party is. They're just out of touch. They have the super delegates. The fix is in. The fix was in with Comey. The fix is in with Lynch. Lynch says, well, I'm going to leave it up to Comey. Whatever he suggests, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, they're all throwing each other under the bus. Then you do it, you do it. No, you do it. Because it's devastation.
Yeah.
No matter what they did, it's just gonna be devastation. And this thing's not going away because Hillary Clinton did what she was accused of doing. There's no question about it. The question about it is there gonna be enough people with enough intelligence to vote the right way this election and get rid of these creeps. That's what it comes down to. Do we have a country or don't we? That's what this election's all about. You have the Supreme Court Justice Ginsburg coming out mouthing off of Trump the other day. This country's upside down. You can't have a Supreme Court justice making comments like that about a presidential candidate. Jesus Christ. Now she's apologizing all over the map, I guess. She's going crazy, as she should. And I think Trump, again, his instinct to answer a question is right on. She's senile. Her mind's gone. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
She probably is. Why don't we put her on the old testaroo there, the old mini mental exam?
And then she apologized.
Yeah, of course. So why did she do that?
Because
Pure politics.
That's the game. You made the mistake, you apologize, and that's it. You know, and you're supposed to forget about it. You know.
Well, and then but no, they don't really. The Democrats never apologize for anything. That's their secret. The Republicans, they apologize, and then the media hangs them. They're done. The minute you admit that you did something, you're done. You're done.
Believe me.
Yeah, the Democrats, they never admit to nothing.
I know for a fact that that's the way it is. I know for a fact. Anyway, we got to the end of this show. We thank you for listening, and remember tomorrow is another day, and I believe tomorrow is the beginning of the what do you call that? Not the debate.
Convention.
The convention. And
we'll have to check it out.
There is supposed to be a full force of security protecting the Republicans in there, but don't take that for granted because that's what they said. So thank you very much for listening. My name is Rolando Larraz, and I stand behind every word that I say in this show. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the political